100.9 FM so ene se ye ba manaswe na ene eye wuku ada na ene wukue tese wapanima bosome ne da tosu dunsia afi empinu aduonu na mamese abodonko apamiti aduonu emienu na yenhwe memanti dwumade ne ade bremu na memanti dwumade ade bremu no mi amidi ho chia me yefra me ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma na panyini kwaje da mi ado ene se odimasi abontene a woye mikoliko twetwemie babonkum banifa babonkum obeto amenam odi yene sei na me wafase majeri osei ageman ena oboni chidom ai one na eboni chidom na technical production so no the only University of Ghana alumni your friend no Frema Abankro ai na ni papa di headmaster ewo jachi pramso secondary school na eye majeri so ekọ eye what ni na di headmaster wo jachi pramso secondary school una na wo mo buru wo mu nyina o ma na no say Dr. Duchuma baba kan ha say una na dwumo didi ye no ye the visit on you was your friend Mara Michi Mafa ai na eye engineering group wo mu ye vru mu nye ye o nye wo mu anka fidie nya ni se me kwan ya wote nkan atuagbo ana eye worker batia kwa na jare na abuaje adasankroma wase sempro na ne nkonto mu a wo mu afiri kumase beka despite honkra ha nyina worker ene adasankroma fufuo ai ni emphasize dama facilities group no big solo wane dada ai ena mapuna DJ Bosco na face so no mails wane de mra ne ane sen tatai ena esisu a yede kwa yede eba ene ensem a yebe brobro so no na wonsoso no watimi ade umu aye no afa 050 600 0909 050 600 0909 na yajibre na yetimi akenkan as usual African queen na yedidi bronyan as usual Mr. Kill ene yedidi bronya ne nyina egum na ensam no de edoso na Manual on Election Adjudication in Ghana, the 4th edition, Judicial Service of Ghana for one ediaba. Na ebe here say presidential no. I'm say chapter 6. I'm say chapter 6. And was the exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in presidential elections disputes. So no. It will be so man. E baby aye me den say page 41 no, was a joinder of a party to a presidential election petition. Tia hase yo. And we crowd kind of tree and the more there. And I'm kind of bro for the mum. Also the question of joinder as a party to a presidential election petition came up for consideration in the case of presidential election petition Akufo-Addo and others. Number 4, the Mahama and others. Number 4, 2013 Supreme Court Ghana Law Report, Special Edition 73, in which the Supreme Court joined the National Democratic Congress to the suit as third defendant. Dr. S.Y. Bimpon Buta, the learned editor of the Supreme Court of Ghana Law Reports, in his editorial comment in the 2013 Supreme Court Ghana Law Report, Special Edition 73, expressed the view that the framers of the Constitution did not envisage joinder of a party in a presidential election petition and therefore proposed statutory intervention. The Supreme Court Amendment Number 2 Rule 2016 CI 99 was subsequently passed to preclude joinder and intervener in a presidential election petition. Tiana would say that's assembly power. Now gas yama na make bia yama anka. Majale. What the aba? So no. What the other? Join the name. Now no one ever join here. Baku never join here. And DNA to be the qua. And no be the qua,
obi the qua, obi and Timba join.
Obi yama political party join the another intervening a UBM. And when should the bet me diaco or see a citizen of Ghana?
A citizen of Ghana.
And the bet me diaco. I had more yaya there. I mean, can't what the man answer. Introduction, mean come on. And I'm in your interview. No,
you're not ready to help. I
said, was a citizen of God that wouldn't.
So, when I say we are within the 21 days, you know, within, we are within. 80, the Abane say, a woman, you bet to me perusing in Kakranka. Relevant portions, chapter 6, and then they said, you are to honor. I say, Obi Tekuri. About one at the Supreme Court say grind.
Your mama joining.
Member behind your address may be come home.
Put in Jenny Bugus.
And I talk one to what you say you been a live telecast, not a one shot.
Live telecast. Emra Abba say live telecast a year at the discretion of the judges.
Judges and the and we say there will be a live telecast. I didn't court today.
I will catch him. Also with the compliment of the Lord Chief Justice Enimi Yabua. And or this mammy at the premier. And one can say was signed to autograph. And was signed
and we'll copy the genuine Obia will be crowned. I would the end Runko.
What do one actually?
What the end of
I know that ADAKABRI Mamudu. Jeff Fatua. Then when you the or the Bremen 19th November.
Oh, okay.
19th November.
19th November.
Na no nim de besi
oh there be say we no pode say ade end the pa de o hanu abo ahun asie
abo ahun
asie emu ye be peruse ne kaka
emu de pa
ova kinkan wi ana wa ma me ma kinkan
dey am ni kare say there's a join the name memtu dia what in jani ebugu
so wa kan wa no tum lem
it is to tubrika Amicus Curia
Amicus Curia Yazimni Amicus Amicus and that's all too baby. I don't say them film. Now we're ready. I
didn't want to papa.
Now way I judge you for my beautiful bio into 1 minute the into my anisa because I did a BSc pen and one man or Mahun way so about one thing. It's 1 minute the into a Yansen 1 minute the into my anisa. I mean, kind a introduction Kakrabi. Introduction Kakrabi. Okay, say chapter 6, no, say exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in presidential election dispute. And introduction. And I'll say Article 64.1. The 1992 Constitution provides that the validity of the election of the president may be challenged only by a citizen of Ghana. Okay. By a petition presented to the Supreme Court within 21 days after the declaration of the results. That's all. It's a declaration, on can gazette as in Biaso. Declaration. See, declare, you know. Because your gazette on the 10th December. Your gazette on the 10th December. And you declare, no, 8th, 9th, 9th December. 9th December. Okay. So, I say, your gazette. So, it's a declaration, you know. The presumption is not just a gazetted results. Yeah, I say, Article 64.2 further provides that a declaration by the Supreme Court that the election of the president is invalid shall be without prejudice to anything done by the president before the declaration. So, no, I answer the Supreme Court because of advocacy, young chuntuma yachuatu, young Gazafe, you declare and they say. So, no, and I say, and Article 64.3 stipulates that the rules of committee shall make rules governing the practice and procedure related to the petitions to the Supreme Court. Not as a rules of court committee. No, and a chairman of the rules of court committee say. And minimum. Why? Come on, what's the rules of court committee? Why the chairman? Court here, them one nation. Your bar and your bench. And your bench, yeah. A bit to bar and a bit to bench. So it's the rules of court committee. Rules of court committee. Maybe I'm in country. I'm to bench. Okay. And I lawyer for so at the bar. Not just also bar. What pub? Pub. PUB.
Pub. The English for pub. If you're the fear, the Yako pub. Okay. So a bit to bench and so, and a bit to bow.
Bench in a sword.
Bench in a sword there. Put your true trust and bench. But who your officer of the court? So I didn't choose Yami Honka Cranka.
Yeah, you be relevant portions. And now this you met you for yes, said
because the Papa said Chief Justice
said about Bonte.
As at November. Yeah. So I just say I was say ye kind. Now you share and then ye packed.
Yes.
You be a political science lecturer interview back on.
Yes.
Na fe so some so abem. So no
political atmosphere no.
Na utie and someone a dinosaur all ka evangelist ka no a I was see etimi nya a resident prophet.
Yeah.
Unse a neat memento is your resident prophet no a prophet
ejima. Odi for Isaac for so yin.
Odi for enti o say yetimi ekwa so na ewura mu say ade na nam ho so hu no Nyankopon so say na kode wɔ nsuom so hu no adin ba ko a wo bo a che say esoro ene asase so ene asase ase o say ba bi miensa esoro ena asase so ena asase ase obi apagya ne mu so hu no nti I was so deep for betena se na ye hwɛ petetakram na ye bɔ mpaye na ye mpem mogya bia na no me kofie sa na me duru trasako ba bia me to aba afi dem hwɛ sɛ asojafo bi na te eye wo mo eye a light truckum wo mo timu sa na hoso so kwan ne nyento no mato mbo ase na me so mato mbo ase na me hwɛ o manim sa na afi na me kondo wuo ti na mpesa me yi mi sa ka che sɛ mame
na nka o ka bibi kire o mo
me ka bibi che sɛ
o mame o hwɛ sɛ wo me de
me hwɛ sɛ ko me ye de me show me say dem be catch us o ma me let's
test we there wo ya wan hwa figure na obenya no
because agbobo na ni mo hu pa then kan yan come me den
o mo nya o hwe bia wo kama sa so me chiro bibi kakra bi na dey refi
abe na bo tre ma me nko aye Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology na unmisa branch here no Dr. Mache Boating obedi nkomo but ya na ye ne nkomodie no sonko enti ye be rehash ni positions ni bi ahead of the elections na fe no ye tie during the elections so no ni observations bi na fe no aftermath of the elections so no ni observations na fe ya hwe se obetimi kura no a project bibi into the coming days there was here yana ti yani Dr. Mache Boating enko hwehwe enko kakra na ka hunu se ofura fijase so hunu
so what dey me mitimi na ntekura ko nuku
ada so ofura fijase na so ofura sokore na ko ofura fijase kan be ka chen se traffic do so fijase do aden amutimi ye traffic of fijase sa and once na so do so fijase so ngododo Dr. Mache Boating emu ha
Enya ADAKABRI.
Doc na ufri fijase na ufri asokore. Edem de achew. Traffic we fijase dodo. Traffic we fijase dodo. Na fijase zongo so once na hododo. Why? Na awia ho te san.
Radio use Christa Daroma huye.
Why? Ye nim komo kakrai. Rehash some of the issues are commenting on ahead of the general elections of 2020.
Okay, ADAKABRI micha atifo na mida wanso wasi mama misa akwanye. Enokra ni se inyanto abano na mi ankasa manse da anye nhwemu bia efa de obedi konimu ho. Enso mia minti ase no na minim pefe se de na de dankwa ebedi nkonim na nokran so ni se na mi gidi se ni nkonim bie no ebekọ soro kase achen se de ebayi nti nokran ni se eba sa no na akoba se o se emrebe mu e pezem mu ni ehwe ye ma no bae na ma se badwafo no de na nya dia mi ankasa no didie ewo papa se na minim se mmea bi ti se asantemam a kwan bi so mmea dodo no ano omutai amanyuku MPP achi no aha de na nya dia ohaw ebeba na shebega efo no ho nemum ohaw na kakra na yigiri se betimi aba nipa dodo a ebepie akoto aba nti sankomo yedi hu yekan yedi hu komontem na medi se MPP mamiko ewo asantema mu nso wo na wo nso wo entiase bi sa omo ye adwuma mrante no mabawa na wo party no mu no bihia binum na omo nenam afie mu nti akwan bi so eboae nti no we bibia fimu a electoral violence basabasa yo ananka bitimi asi na minim se wo se ekofom free se Ghana ya to aba ni empra etoso motwi na yekotu yi nti emredo do no ano na wo se ebeda ho se omanma eni dienti a yekoto aba na nhyehyɛ a yɛde to aba no nso no nimdie aba ho nkyama nhyehyɛ no nso akɔ animu ama sɛ obi ebe di dwuma bi afa kwati kwan bi so anya akwanya kyɛn no yɔnko a nhyehyɛ no the way a electoral process no ayɛ structured no nhyehyɛ ɛwɔ ho no abɔmmɔden sisi saa dream no ho kwan nti issues like say nipa bi ekofa ballot box there no kra ni say na menti asi mu no minim say ekɔ nti yɛnwa say there were some attempts ewo police stations kakra bi mu but the kan nyina bomu a no kra ni say me menti asi mu no electoral commission no ebo no ho modin ye papa ADAKABRI abato electoral commission wona said ena omanma ekoto abanso ewo omo asedi electoral commission ibima odi ye no na ebesi baby a voters register no oda na di no se o sie voters register no ensem bi epiepie ya ebi wo ho a na ekwan bi so the way amanyoko na wo so wo gyina mi ato abama wa na ensem ni bo ho a wudika. But at the end of the day, no, I will register number 2 for a cover says. The other 2 abonting, Ubia Yakwanya, Ecoshim, or how be more infant P. Miankasada Manti, or how a PFR, voters register no. Now, Encosisas and a buy no, or not almost aye, or more ajuma ye papa. About one also, said your police stations, or more a Bible moon. Ema abato no ekoboko omfidie omde ya adwuma emredo to no a mfidie no ya adwuma police stations do to no a anja abato no ankasa de ekoboko basabasa yo bia anti ho collation centers no na ADAKABRI seresi esi ye no migiri se eho ewo se ye hwe nsem aba ho a ni migi tu gas esi yi ebi ne ya transport documents no afri polling station edi gro afidie mu na yedi akọ collation center ho no 2 the physical space available at collation center ho said the hoson esifa eyade a omo ekọ ho nyina no omo ho hare wo ma omo eya adwuma na and then the entrance because your monitor no ebeda ho say ebe bi ho a na omo at distance so omukura ballot boxes omukura electoral documents species imiat na omu disantren so the rural collation center na omu ache kakra awo something no mu migiri se eho no yakwa anim no ebetimi ahwe and then issues are PM or collation center there are issues are migiri se wo se etimi efiesi ekwan bi so yabato anhyehyɛ no de edimu papa emre bia no eboa ema yetimi ka saa free internally fair as far as the electoral commission is concerned it make us otimi create a playing field na a level Emma Amanyoko no Emina. On the basis of this, you want to also say that the outcome also legitimate.
And one say Jean Mensa even under her hand December 9 and say ya gazette a declaration of say Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo Ado as president of the republic dated December 10, but she gave her hand December 9. Inti way at the horn no asem no asi
ADAKABRI about there esi emra womo ejina ami ato abama wo no agye nsem no nyina tum se ohaw bia enihu ansana ye twaso ho nye saa abato nhyehyeye no esi ewo court dem no kwani se eno ne ebia etwato in the electoral process you court them nti na court them asem bia ma obi a ngwa kan se no how ha ene eto aba ne wie na abato mpanifo no so ede wo mu nsem betu dwa no nanka asi wo obi wasem bi wo ho dia ekwan bi so na ensi ani nyina ya hu no yebetumi aka se general presidential elections no ensi President Mohammed conceded other contestants no are conceded but to the extent they say a major contestant are also nipa bebre to abama no enso anyi ntwumu no ekwan bi so ensi the electoral procedures no ensi as far as the presidential elections near concerned parliamentary cases no say a particular one be wo mu a ensi ya and it will be an isolated because they don't know the one more adjust.
Political party NDC give an MPP give an indication elsewhere say or more issues with 9 constituencies, and then NDC also gave an earlier indications or more concerns with 5 constituencies, but as Upper Dinshire West Bay, now it appears that more concerns with only 4 constituencies and ebeka home asem na eno de edanchen na femi ento aswe yani Dr. Amachi Boateng was a political science lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and twetwen enko moi Gabriel Nana Yao Isare Wachire Daku or say President of the Republic elect Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo Ado were more popular than the body corporate New Patriotic Party. What is that mean, Nasi?
Asamoah nipa bebree bɛhwɛ afiri afan bebree ebi ɛni no bɛyɛ adwene ebi ɛni no ɛnya adwene miankasa mene no nya adwene.
Tenti, tell us more.
ADAKABRI sɛ ɔhwɛ amanyɔsɛm bisuban no a kapamka bi amanyɔsɛm no ɛnam the vehicle amanyɔkom ɛna ɛda no ho adi na nhyehyɛeɛ no ayi ɔmampani nhyehyɛeɛ ato nkyɛn kakra ɛna asan de mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ ɛdeɛ nso ato nkyɛn nti ɛnkosi sɛ ankrankora biara no ɔnam amanyɔkom ɛna ɛbɛkɔ ɔmampani asoɛyɛ anaasɛ mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ asoɛyɛ no ɛbɛyɛ den papaapa sɛ wobɛtumi apaapa mu ɛde ɔno ankasa ne mmɔden bɔ anaasɛ sɛ deɛ ɔman ma agye ne twum no wobɛpaapa mu asɛprɛti no afi sɛ ekuo no na wɔn mo ɛdɔm obey Eddie Papa. Robert Santimemua. You see, Oko, Honorable Achievement Sabusu, Impesiaswa. An independent candidate, sorry. Ushia, among 4 honor. Any probably you could try to wish here. And so, I mean, himself, Omon Trabamano. I mean, someone Trabamano. Some require, you know. Now, only Obia in random fashion, it didn't go down. It was some piece of swap. It was an amount. Unya nipa ba ko pe kra na oka asɛm a ɛyɛ ahonhoho a ɛfa honorable Osachimen Sabusu ho ɛnokra ne sɛ nyɛ ɔno na ɔmoto aba no ma no ɔmoto amanyukuo no ɔmfi amanyukuo no akyi da nti generally speaking no o pɛ sɛ woyi onipa korɔ no ɛfiri amanyukuo no ho na woka sɛ nipa dodoɔ no ara no ɔno ne nti ɛna ɔmoto anamɔ bi a ɛbɛyɛ din papaapa nipa dodoɔ no a Edom amanyukuo no omugina hɔ ma amanyukuo no ɔmde nipa na ogina no abata amanyukuo no ho a symbolic representation of the political party. This is very difficult to separate them.
Timiensho Nana Ado Dankwa Ekufu Ado as a flagship of a free senior high school. Ubia no koto ababia no ekai no edene associative free senior high school na MPB ewo legitimate reasonable basis bia apart from bia miami nua osay aduchum ewo bosomtwe na MPB betimi aka say ono so o claim some bragging rights be on free senior high school ana
Even honorable Duki Masema who can cry. Who said Nanama or Tuyinano? Nina see on Penny and other Danko Kufado and answer. The bragging rights are in Cassadia, a bedi. Another free education assembly or Cassafa home before 2008 elections. Because I found home 2012 before throughout 2012, now up to 2016 and summary. And you know, Hono Hodia, we did a very the powerful beyond so bit me. I can say on also Quambiso on also in Seminole on the Timo Apotinepa.
See, Sanity, dear. Na obi esigina ye eto aba ema Nana Ado Dankwa Ekufu Ado on the basis of free senior high school a impacted positively ewo ne botomu a na MPB enso ewa betua empesua bi so na wono wontimi claim any bragging rights on the free senior high school na or underperform ewo constituency wo na ntia kwoto aba na Nana Ado enya business MP no a. Does it make Nana Ado more popular than the party MPP?
No, than the candidate original party no at the constituency level no and Nana Ado popular channel. Free education no Nana Ado found to her in a vacuum. With an MPP platform so and I do 2 and a mombia or 2 years. ADAKABRI said BB in KBBC and a year in another original change. No one the free education no more. And Fanon Cop a Jubilee House with that. And Fanon Cop. Party no, and I yes, our vehicle. A party no. A party no.
It's not just a man obi nan so da ye da say individual be a popular. Esne body corporate na e de no e ba ye no because you are suggesting say Nana Ado ejina as an independent candidate and was say what the free senior high school beba but for the MPP and its antecedents no enka on also wanya de won ko bawo
some pepe na meka
waye mientu aswe John Dramani Mahama When a body corporate National Democratic Congress, fine and a popular.
ADAKABRI party in the dinner.
NDC knew what we knew.
In absolute terms.
Aye.
You see, 2016, abato njaya ni nyinano, party na hoodi. Party no, na hoodi ankasa. Samri, ushe 47% point something na onyare na. Party na hoodi ni kakra bi na sign ebe kan. Me said I'm sure votes do if he voter region about for the presidential candidate. But Nipani be can say
Just a little over 600,000 for the NDC, and then
votes
yes, just a little bit. Say only asante, but OT a present day voter region and 600,000. OT is under 200,000. It is technically OT any present day voter region in Kabuma. You are looking at somewhere in the region of 800,000.
Okay. The Ekwambisuno, what you how party no na enam. Other than say on one kasa ni jinaye ena eko on one kasa ni juma bi awadi ena ama omama ajatu.
Nature say who subscribe to the position say the party is supreme.
Maybe but I'm also interested in the name of the party. In nipa bi ebe share ikoma no so ewo ekwanfofo bia so. Na saa the party is supreme asema woken. Edu maybe a party mpanifo no titetiri etutu anamon bi e de kan nipa bi anotum in the name of supremacy of the party. There may be an abuse of office. The party near Democratic Party there, then Democratic ethos no, and also drive the party no any bia. One yes a pet ukum party no so. And maybe bia so suddenly here and it sounds over. ADAKABRI, you can take us back to the day before election. What happened just before the election? The first answer me a year can interpretation of supremacy of the party at that time, and then since I saw a buy. A basa at your house, maybe and a back party.
Yane Dr. Amachi Boateng, political science lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and yetwetwe enkomo akakra abatwa general elections are yeko mu na hunsunsanso ne ba bia akodro. Yes. Enipa dodo ahyase kire candidate of the National Democratic Congress. Ura John Dramani Mahama ane ne party for say omo dissatisfied with a declaration of a presidential resource dear womo enko court notwithstanding so say womo enipa ate agu emonten so tima yanhwe court of public opinion ekwan a yefa so edigage ekwan a yefa so edi court of public opinion to the extent say enne omo ye demonstrations ni bi wa Accra enye violent enye rowdy sa omo aye demonstration ewo Tamale a end peacefully omo aye demonstration ewo wa a end peacefully omo aye demonstration so wi oso yente say demonstration no edi basa biaba. What could they be doing in just getting onto the streets as they keep almost right to go to court on their bosom?
Manya kwenya interviewer President Mahama Granti VOA. Ena to abane bi so oni Ghana fo nyina ekasai. Oni Ghana fo kasai no obewie no. Okansen bi se obefa and she said, "But I can't be so all legitimate me." At the Ashese Ohawa about presidential about to no a biffy. On your view, a Casano Sono, or can send be say, or GD say, I will say, CSC, something me a net said the Baya, a mere dear Nimuni, a go to a bar, or how I see in Mappy. Or some can say, in the to a Bama no dos ye over 6 million Ghanaian. Now, our said dear Mawom, say, or better say, or my batwa, or more atunu. So, Binyan Susanswa, I was in.
And like I said, it's not about Mahama, it's about possibly over 6 million Ghanaians to Abamano.
It can't be so. Not generally, so no, or appeal generally to the public interest. You know, the public good. Utie sa and semia. Said also can not and yet rigidly say on one personal interest. In a way, utie semia, utie ubia. A can't be so or a statement or mind bapa. Akwan so na na mo ni tutua ni bibia oye no twin o ma no ho na e kasa enti I was laughing say oduru anama obetu no na say why ambivalent about so be court na say on court oni view e kasa no e ho no sa ambivalence no by but only Ghana for e kasa ya kan all legitimate means no minti ase ni say legitimate means no all no minti hu dodo a e wo ho kan say obeko court say opese obe ye be overturning electoral commission and she say no dia court to pen aka before from bia ni obi nti Ghana oni edi nkuta hono na ambiguity bia ni mami but via the ambiguities won because I can pay say omo ebe hwe de omo be ye say ye be court na say yenko miwa so no ostekitu say I was say the votes are among for Toman on the council or stick to say the flaws are added, you know. Ama you can mamika be a mamon, she say, no, I thought you know. I was say, you to me a correct, you know, the bear and I dear Nimono. Basabasayobia NC. I find some conflict in there. Now, Adakabri, you see, the Mahama is actually on trial at this time. The personal commitment to Ghana is on trial. The personal commitment to Ghana to be demonstrated by his commitment to the Constitution of the Fourth Republic of Ghana. Unfortunately or unfortunately, while your President was supervising over this same Constitution under his watch, likely said Ghana for on account that Omana Mombi have violated some provisions in the Constitution. Omani Dutumia Juma. He is really in an interesting situation. I like to believe, say, only option be other than to go to the Supreme Court at this material moment in time. Given, say, Oya bent on correcting what he sees as flawed elements. Ama when you kunim, mekwa was odi kunim no. I like to believe that na lawyer for no, almost you don't just rush to the to the Supreme Court. Anything short of that will amount to a violation of the Constitution of the Fourth Republic of Ghana. And coincidentally, this Constitution was given to the people of Ghana under the watch of the PNDC, which gave birth to the NDC. And the officers of the NDC cannot really act in any way via trivializing the supremacy of the Constitution of the Fourth Republic at this material moment in time. If there's anything, Omo said Ghana Nibia to really make sure that they demonstrate voluntary support for the Constitution of the Fourth Republic of Ghana. Political scientists argue that such support, especially when it is voluntary, and a bar from the elites to the mass public, and then establishing the foundation of state. And when it is broad and generalized, then they speak of what they call a settled consensus in the polity. Or my chrono in Shishayim, and none a day as we be able, and none a bo or mine no fapping. And if we have a former president who finds himself in a situation like this, well, so far, so good.
Intimate show. Lawyer for or quack mount to challenger. Obviously, one more strategic. And then you become strategic by using tactical moves. John Dramani Mahama out there. Or say, may use to all legitimate means. Tama onegana kasai. Then you are telling us, say, only space clotty kasai for VOA no. As a ambivalence be, as ambiguity be, ababi ura baby. Now let's deal with some peaceful demonstrations on the streets of Ghana. No, it me a court to a year public court of public opinion on behalf of Sanipa over 6 million now. Who can say womu to ma womu no? Obet me a crystallize womu support ama womu atanachi. Ewo anamonia obitu in pursuit of legitimate means, you know.
ADAKABRI actually for no dear, do one NDC activist. Likely say or do one be a call, card bearing members, it being so ye or more tom econo and kasa or shada and cra econo card. Into definitely. Sa anamoya omuti yochira omoye ne nam abontimo no enya no na ebe masa afọ na dinechi sa afọ no dinechi dada sa afọ no dinechi dada. Interestingly, political parties in Ghana no almost call support base no kwa no ntimi ma omo ninkunim. It is all sympathy from the other public in India. Minyi ni se anamon we beboa minyi ni kra Minister Namon with the boy. And Kosiaga. And Shishano, ever hold that the fourth Republican Constitution. You see, ADAKABRI, let me talk about this IIP and Commander on EPO. Because he suggested clearly, said, in your independent body, an audit of the presidential elections, results, media. Obe accepted the outcome and walk away peacefully. To me, a very significant statement I make here, but it is in clear violation of the established electoral procedures. Who is going to call for this independent audit? It is only the Supreme Court at this material moment in time that can, with authority, act. And you know,
you resume fee say 21 days within which obetimi akokot no so no ntwam.
But why are you suggesting say if some such body ebe di sa juma we dia you accept it? That body no on fi hin eba be di juma.
I say at the Supreme Court say peer of file petitioner perhaps stay on that area. Na yentimi establish it as per enhyehyɛ wo ho say it is only John Mahama any bit me a challenge a court on an leadership petition. Yet me establishes only John Mahama, dear. Because technically, say, and yet on open a lose election, a NIPA 11 and a lose election for the presidential. But then, young what the manual on election adjudication in Ghana, 4th edition, dear Eka. On the Dika catch the young. Relying on the Supreme Court, relying on the Constitution of 1992, say Article 641, no, 641, no, a citizen of Ghana by a petition and obey to me, Ako Supreme Court within 21 days after declaration of the results. Na say Uba, watch commencing a presidential election, and or rely on Rule 68(1). and 68(2) of the Supreme Court rules, Constitutional Instrument 74, and I'm making provisions for the commencement of a presidential election petition. Na sa rule no, 68(1) and 2 no, stipulated say petition for challenge. 1 no, say proceeding pursuant to clause 1 of Article 64 of the Constitution shall be commenced by presenting to the registrar a petition in the form 30 set out in part 5 of the schedule. And then 2 no so say the petition shall be presented within 21 days after the declaration of the results of the election in respect of which the petition is presented. Clearly, afema yenhwe say who or say a Ghanaian and a betimi akwa mienhwe. How do we construe this to mean say John Dramani Mahama pe and now say any other person reading page 41 of the manual election adjudication in Ghana for edition or say pursuant to Article 64(1) of the Constitution, any citizen of Ghana who is duly registered as a voter may present a petition to the Supreme Court within 21 days of the declaration of the presidential results, challenging the election of the president. The question is, can the petition be brought by more than one Ghanaian citizen? That's the question. It appears that the provision in Article 64(1) of the Constitution, namely, and I quote, the validity of the election of the president may be challenged only by a citizen of Ghana who may present a petition for the purpose to the Supreme Court, unquote, envisages is that a petition challenging the validity of the election of the president may be commenced by the person who has been declared by the Electoral Commission as losing the presidential candidate, as the losing presidential candidate. In other words, the election may be challenged only by the person who alleges that he was the winner at the election. Is Mama telling us that he was the winner of the election, Anna?
ADAKABRI mi jiri se na ko fashion tintin abai. Nsem bi aye bibi kakra because somebody kan odi kan beka saye no NDC for no bi now ewo gigi and they spoke in absolute terms. Say Masebeka nkunya no omonya emu ohane bianan 140 seats. And interestingly, want to me and campaign penny at the end of the but they only infer from 140 seats. No, I don't know why that absolute. I mean, I never see one more. Actually, no, I'm sana almost 80 asisu ipia. Yes, penny Mahama family working on two. Udi nkuni na akwan bi so afa nchen akoma ma nkunimdie na kodi nipa wofro na dan kwa kufu ado it is say odwene o take sa position ya wo kan say ono odi nkunim na yade afri ni nsem ama waba be a losing candidate na ebehia say obenya evidence just because you two abana you kind of polling station bia into obetimi anya evidence every single just under 39,000 polling station kire say wono ane tablet here a collate here odi nkunim ene nsoso yede akwakoma eye nana ado na sa dance yi ususu obetimi anya nansa pe ADAKABRI nanwa 2012 Nanado. You see, yeah. Omoko, so omode, honaja, pink sheet, yeah, actually, ebeda, not the Bomiasi, EPA. Indeed, a quite so, you say, I see that we did say, or NDC so, Casano. I said, that a penny for can be friend ya, or say, over to go above. We did say, almost 90 people so.
Especially when Womaka say ye kwako audit ye pink sheets any summary sheets ami awia mi aya ponchen krakra ma omo ɛyɛ do fu swampa for crowd de aponchene hwe a ene ma no na je so mo na si bibi swampa
sana ma dwe yemi na anokra ni se sa auditor sama wo kan yi bio nkomo na president Muhammad die no o san kan ana me busa me ho se ade a omo di siesie omo ho akokɔto anase afepa na wo mo hwe ni ye ahwe se ye di kunimu anase ye ni kunimu ho na ambiguities kakra ho na se de me siti no me gidi se afepa na wo mo hwe ni ye afepa na wo mo to
oh sa wo de toto responses a owura Joe Anoche wo ye head of election reporting ade Emma MPP responses or the ma for Adom Ochre edia na enya dia enwanwa to the extent say Paul Adom Ochre busa no so na Munsaka tachiman safa na presidential ano so yensaka ye ne yedinku ena okoyi figure no ewo system no so baaye ena Paul so we de presidential no na parliamentary ne it was instructive to hear Joe Anoche say yeni parliamentary no no crazy way presidential kire say Mahama edi nkonim ede but hard to get some of these things. It is a Joe Anoche crack say hard to get the evidence no. Does it surprise anybody if they had to wait and do meticulous analysis and audit before they can present to justices of the Supreme Court? Anna,
sir, if you never made because who says you who Supreme Court this say we are on to no a na putting someone oko akoka na je de say the wakra lawyer penny and sana obeko na ohu ufapem no na fei strategies out the beko ni nyina no say uhu but besides the ucs your who akọ Supreme Court no omo gina bonten da na ka say omo edi nkunim omo di nkunim na esia nyina no kusu bisa me ho say ade a tasem no etina nimtie din a free tabulation of the figures are cases nyina na say assumptions bi kan ho ADAKABRI me did say some margin of assumption kan ho a paper and on me meticulous work I am very sure me sagidi a menya ye etina nsemo a epie the Mahama nkomo na odi obi o eno so no way o kan no I told myself it's not 100% sure or yet absolute or yet that certain about position party not taking. I don't think he is.
Adia na Dr. Machibuatin first of a series of interviews we know by yedi ebesia na John Dramani Mahama wakwa kudu tachiman na obekwa himfie akwakochia debi akwahene na afie nso nipa prepra no wakwa akohwe ebi nso na wone nso ayetore ye no na wakọ akochia busuafo na afie nso no wama ne ho mpampan no ebi akwaduru the regional offices of the Electoral Commission and the metropolitan offices of the Electoral Commission. Your expectation at the end of the day in the light of Sir Anamonia Utui, anything?
ADAKABRI to chima strano mijise ho hia titru nkosi se nipa ni bi afimo no eni kan se ye ma abusuafo no nko a na omo etna aweho mu sa nti ni dibia no okọ na okochia abusuafo no na techima nko ni nyina oni penifo no ekodi nkuta ho na ekwan bi so okohye wo mo kran a mejiri se eye ne kwan so a mejiri se ebeboa nso ama enema abuto aba efom kakra ebufu kɛseɛ aba mu ɛwɔ nipa bebree mu a megye sɛ anammɔn no ɛbɛboa ama nipa no bebree nso anya ɔmabufuo no akɔ fam na ɔbɛhyɛ nipa no bi nso nkwan sɛ ɔmo nya abotrɛ sɛdeɛ ɔdi kan kaeɛ no ɔnam legitimate means ɛbɛ reverse the fortunes of ɔnoa and for that matter the party nti yɛkɔ yɛ anim we expect sɛ titiri tɛkyima hɔ no abufuo no bɛba fam na ɛyɛ nipa no bi nhyehyɛ sɛ bi a biribi sɛ asi yɛn nso yɛtwɛn de biribi sɛ akɔto ha a megye sɛ ɔbɛboa ama saa nneɛma no aba fam ɛna yɛkɔ anim yi wohu sɛ ɛyɛ clear sɛ ɔtiki legitimate procedures to address issue na ɛwɔ hɔ no nti in a way no ne nyinaa amount to a deepening of the democratic process ɔhona ma Ghana yɛka ma meka bi nhyehyɛeɛ no na ɛgu so ɛdi mu because some such challenges are ma yɛntumi hu the resilience of the institutions na yɛde asisi akwan mu no and generally political scientists theoretically ɔmo argue sɛ ɔman biara ɛwɔ ɔno ana sondie titiri sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ woyɛ kama meka bi di a wowɔ wo awa sondie sɛ wotumi de nhyehyɛeɛ egu akwan mu institutions and structures na wode address challenges a ɛbɛfiri ɔman no mu aba nti yɛn deɛ ɛte ho sisie nya mekafoɔ na ɛbɛsiesie aman yɛni ha gyanamo a ɛkɔ so from the camp of President Mahama Titru, NDC, MPP as a party, the government of the day, civil society and everybody. Ninginano, campum, shipu our politics, strengthen our democratic politics. We are going through significant moments, and especially for those of us that are political science, we are going through very significant moments.
We do see as a mama assignment. Na sa political science if we assignment no menim if you ada no review ana sa dwada no review ana na wotwe se na no review assignment no anything there was you
meet you
there was papa somewhere in the middle of 2005 and a small team a chassis a year juma oh ya say ya na dan kokufuado enipa taboa no paano eduru bele kura bi so anomko Victor Newman, director of research and say okoi na sa time so meame wo fa amfo kwache ono so wo fa yaw ono so wo kɔ Carlos Van Brassi ono so wo tiase and Lord Comey so tiase na omo nante ase kakra na omo shas yes na I was here by party for your shemu 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 the koya and I be communicating with phone and on bebe J dan bi wo kukumlimle ha say obra odo rice nchen and on bebe J ya omo the first billboard kuku see Kanda highway no so Wayeki junction Alisa junction so ye new free tete no mde ko see ho and ADAKABRI Mahmoud therefore yada okoko ye interview bi wa foreign affairs ministry na president ye foreign affairs minister then utu no uni mankani enkontomne minimum mankani di ena omo sha se no mde ye omo dwuma but ma bontene ameye no ma bia se woko ko wie se second quarter of 2007 and Dr. Anania edi ani mo ko present kofo because ono so be kobi ama press kofo faithful words wache dodo me kwa na emwa wache dodo omude eshas ya a community in September 2007 meeting ewo Usu Castle me papa Francois president sorry tena nchema Francois tena konwom say ono na on chair sa meeting dia course na course na nei edia na sia ukohwe Facebook so ya fana na do nsi so kura social media dia ba de say bawumia na egro no bawumia no vote ena chirematrefo esu bi ko ka egro ye kojo chirematre kojo mi mu asem won so no grofo so tenchen kakra bi ashas yentem wana. This is your research documenter oko prepare yamna fiada na yamna jwada na yamna na wotwe
Adakabri na okay
enti enena wotwe nyankropon bem watenase ne nyankopon ama frema atenase koda mi atenase mageri atenase adakabri mamudu mesum atenase enena wotwe baba enti kohwehwe die ntia yamfa na adu nsi so na no ba omia no vote na chirematin for so ete baby say it's my turn na bi so kasa yempe is my turn bia na mo ya duma enena wotwe no be kasa panyini ya de wase papa right enti amachi boat enti bema enti enena wotwe date ni date ben majali enena wotwe date ni date ben bra behema 23rd
23rd na just say adiachi yawada 24th na your body your last game na just say you ko it's enena wotwe so obetena se na just say wo sorry pe na you go di bronya
there be fan question next year
and then yet
you got me 23rd you have a 23rd yam
and then now actually your final show the mouth 23rd
sir
for this year until now you break in here ko say baba na echira idi
edimitim ma betena mama
Debbie wabra na me metato nti na otwe de metato say the meta heye
mabuku bibio
na we break it ato say why na eba 2024 why na eba
the wabaye prophet Fosu
Isaac Fosu yini jima why na eba
ye die na jese nkunimdie no a ane say ye die I would hear neat 100.9 FM Sunni just about 33 minutes past 2 between 2:30 and 3 na aye prophet Isaac aye fusuhini jima aye Captain Jesus o free aye enkoko amam from na osan efree aye domi pillar 2 na ye na trans ono na ye resident spiritualist ade emma aye neat 100.9 aye ni nyina no memanti adwuma ede oso ono oye spirit na yesu yenye spirit ebede ye hu no prophet ye mwatena se
ye ADAKABRI
na oso ye spirit na yesu yenye spirit ebede ye hu no
obema ye kwan
yeah
obema ye ne honhom ne bia de be hu no
obema ye ne
ose dodo agi no no agi ne dindi no ma won tumi mo mbe ye ne ma nti like father like son
asia no
asechire no
oso ye spirit no da wututu no ma yi dia obema ne honhom ne bi am watimi hu no na wan hu no dia na you are lost
and why
as asiso so to yira so anu ayira
pa yeah
woye ye no didi nkomo ahodo
yes sir
ansa na ye kwa akoto aba
yeah
yakwa akoto aba yi sunsuanso apue mu aba ne se kasa tentene fa bi ene esebo efa bi
yeah
na asofo so ekan bi pa ema bi kura be kan so se da bi asofo onye sei o samo na apa yesi yakọ honhom mu a ye hunu ne sen
medase mechia yedika mechia fie efikasi mu nti emfa oso na nka ompanimfo nyina na afie mechia ni tefem atiefo nso nyame asomdwe ne nhyira enka obia amen ADAKABRI frimpong manso esua de edikan magana fo nyina ne se obi abegi atum se na yennim se de na oman no ekọ na sisi ade na mabato we so de Ghana nyina akọ school isi ya na meba asofosem fm de ye abato no ne nsunsuanso ene yansa na ye beto adwen horo ne se de na obi adwen eye den eye no wohwemu a aprapre aba MPP ne NDC nyina ntem enye NDC nkuna enti won ho ase ADAKABRI na meboa efise ebi na hangi ho ya na wo ka se parliamentary no
obi so ko
nya bebre wo ho aha na wo ka bibi metie ho
se obi so no wo ko enkono so akotwe ho manso obi so ka so okonnum so akotwe ho manso but enum no kra no ese baako awie payent aka enan no so baako akina court be ka ho asem
enti samien commissioner na me ka se bra aban wo so no be hu se de wo hu no anya sa na tie ene Ghana fo so be hu se de ya dwen anya sa na tie esi den na oman mu achepe ma yakoto aba na 6 million na wotie kasa na ekọ ne sovia na manfo ya na ye wani di hunu se oman MPP ne NDC o machi mutu na setisa a ene asofo makomakom edi aman yesem achi no pacho omon nsore no omon pai mu mienu pacho what ya say
asore no mo
pai hu wow enti ye wani nso ye hu ade ye wasonso ye ntiasem enti ye judge said ye yakono ne yakoma ye den e kire yen bet na no kure no nso no eda baby isi ye no ensem bebre na obisa papa no oy professor
oy doctor
yo ensem bebre na obisa no na opani okasa sebi nimdie mu papa se obi a o kanipa baanu ntem asem aprepre die mu a o de ahweye na ye den eka se onka nkom na koma nkotietia obi fa ahodie so ana se onka emma entwamfo ni se asem na wo ka no em se wabu aten dada na ensa no bebre na metase free nkomo ane die no mo na mde twe o man nyina gina so se abane de yato awie na kopim se presidential no ɔmampani dada John Dramani Mahama ntie ne ho ase no ɛhe na gyina sisi
de gyina ne sɛ emremu no
emremu no
or see declare resource no
yeah
nti esi ano no omo the constitutional instrument aba be declare resource no the Ghana mampanyini na wadi nkunim
yeah
emra no so makwan sɛ obi mpo be court wa na no nkyerɛ sɛ ensɛ declare no
ni wadi nkunim sɛ
declare na afei de no ko gyina simples no odi nsie adwuma a wo ba bɛyɛ na wo de court no na sɛ wodi pem so a na sɛ yɛde bɛma wase yɛde ma wade wɔyi ɔyɛ osi sɛ wokɔdi ebem no yɛnto ntwene
na waba bɛtoa so yeah na ɔman ne na hɔ kwa
dabi
any candyfo
dabi
anase any hwefo
sanity
okay adakabri meet you
ti asɛm no nyinaa ko wie sɛ ɛfa no bi gu mmɔntene so ɛna ɛfa no bi so wɔ dɛm na wohwɛ mu a ɔman no yɛgyina berɛ ɛte sɛn
okay ansa na yɛbɛto aba no memma asɛm bi wɔ Bible mu sɛ ɛntɔkɔ ɛhyɛ ase a ɛte sɛ nsuo ano atue kakraa bi sɛ ɔka sɛ wana kenkan
mo nsuo no na ho atue kakraa bi na ɛsɛ enwunu kakra enti emu nyanyɛ den no solution wahu ɔha mu nyanyɛ den na ɛsɛ yɛtwa so abatoɔ na edi amaama ne bebree na dwumadie ne kɛse hyɛ banbɔfoɔ nsɛm ɔmo de ne sɛ ɔmo bɛhwɛ sɛ obia bepie akɔ asomdwie mu asan befie asomdwie mu na wakɔdi mmara so nso ɛna na yɛ banbɔfoɔ adwuma ɛna Electoral Commission so de ne sɛ ɔno na dwumadie ne nyinaa ho ntotoe ne nhyehyɛ ne kwan yɛmfa so nso no ɔno na yɛ den ɛda ne nsɛm nti watoto nneɛma ne nyinaa wie na mmom no ohia banbɔ ɔyɛ biribiara wie a ɔno na ɔwɔ tumi sɛ ɔkenkan ɔne amanfo ne nyinaa ne bom na ɔmo yɛ den ɔmo kenkan deɛ kenkan ne nyinaa wie a na wani tuam ne yɛ nyinaa yɛagye atom sɛ sei na kɔɔyɛ na afei emra yɛayɛ no wɔ polling stations ne ade nyinaa na hɔ na nso wɔ akwanya sɛ wobɛkeka nneɛma sisi ani mu de ade ato ade ho ɛno na em sɛ adakabere mo nso mobɔ ho mmɔden sɛ mobɔ mmɔden biara sɛ mobɛhu ne etuam bi ansa na asana yɛde aba
bɛto dwa nti ana basa afei radio stations ne nsɛmtwerɛfo obiara kyerɛ na adwene obi yɛ ka ne deɛ deɛ yɛnyɛ ne medeɛ deɛ kura mene deɛ yɛhunu sɛ nanso ɛno deɛ sort ya sɛ provisional ananya saa na mmom yɛnya satisfied no gye sɛ Electoral Commission deɛ den ɛsan aseɛ
ahinipa ne yɛbɛhunu nokorɛ ɛwɔ ɔman wei mu sɛ yɛsɛ yɛhwehwɛ nokorɛ wɔ ɔman mu a ahini ne yɛbɛhunu nokorɛ no
ɔman nokorɛ deɛ sɛ mmara yɛde mmara na kasɛm nti mmara atumi kasa ɛde asɛm bi de to deɛ da na mmom nokorɛ pɛ yɛ nokorɛ deɛ Nyankopɔn
nyame ɛhɔ ne yɛbɛnya nokorɛ
sɛ ɔte aseɛ na mmara mu no deɛ yɛbɛtumi aka agyina evidence bi ɛbɛbaeɛ so wɔn apɛ sɛ wɔ challenge no wo test ade ne hwɛ a yɛtumi wei a ne aka sɛ wasɛm ne fa bi wɔ mu nanso no entumi nni mu sɛ etumi tu deɛ gyina hɔ dada ne yɛ den egu enti yɛde ma wɔ ɛnyɛ den ɛnyɛ yie wɔte aseɛ na yɛbua nti yɛbua a mmara agye atom mmara nso di obiara so wɔ wiase baabi a wɔwɔ ɔkan Roman chapter 7 a wobɛboa mo hɔ Roman chapter 7 enti wonya ba saase wɔ so a so abɛtena Ghana ne deɛ Ghana mmara di wo so wontumi mfa Nyankopɔn mmara ɛmfa nni asɛm ma nyɛ ye ɛna wontumi mfa sunsum asɛm so ɛnni asɛm ma nyɛ ye Romans chapter 7 yeah nti uduru hɔ a yɛnhwɛ sɛdeɛ ɛsitiɛ
okay Romans 7 maduru hɔ verse 1 okay I say certainly you would understand what I am about to say my brothers and sisters because all of you know about law. The law rules over people only as long as they live.
Amen. Enti mmara dodo a wote ase ne deɛ mmara yɛ den edi wo so. Na mmara nso kuro biara ne ɔman biara ne kuo biara ne dwumadie biara ne ne nhyehyɛ ne mmara enti wɔn kora hwɛ mmara so de mmara to de da no sɛ yɛkuo bi ne yɛwɔ na sasɛm bi bam ne yɛtwe ho ma nso a judge na ɔte akonnwa so no ɔbɛhwɛ ekuo na ɛwɔ mu no ɛho nhyehyɛ ɛne mmara ananya za ɛna wɔgyina so na emu na ɔbɛma ne judgment enti Ghana mu ne nyinaa no yɛ mmara ne yɛn nhyehyɛ nyinaa ne sɛ ebi na buku kakraka da w'anim yi ɛna nwoma ne kyerɛ sɛdeɛ abatoɔ ne amanyɛsɛm ho nsɛm nyinaa teɛ ɛberɛ a yɛbɛto na afɛ pinkyɛ ne ade bia ɛmma no onipa na ɔyɛ commissioner na ɔte ade no so no deɛ ɔyɛ referee enti ɔho kwan sɛ ne ɔno yɛɛyɛ a ohunu sese na ɛkɔ no ɔde yɛ dɛn ɔde to dwa ɔnya dikra a wadi kra wɔn a wɔnte wo ho ase no wɔn nso wɔ ho kwan sɛ wo challenge sɛ ade na woyɛ no nyɛ saa na ɛyɛ dɛn ɛteɛ ɛne ɛma yɛ dɛn okay me so de bɛfa baabi a yɛbɛtumi aka masɛm ama me ɛno na ɛkɔ wie court no
ɛne kɔ wie court
wokɔ court nso deɛ na sɛ woboaboa wo ho ɔte aseɛ woboaboa wo ho ɛsie ɛna mmara no nso ma kwan sɛ yɛsisi wo a wotumi yɛ dɛn ɛyɛ yɛ kyerɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛsisi me sɛ biribi nkɔ yi a wotumi yɛ ɛna no nso nte saa
itru sɛ sɛ de mmara ma
nti ɛno nso no ɛsɛ woyɛ no mmara kwan so nti sisie no ɔmo ate agu kurom ɛna ɔmo protest wɔyɛ protest o ɔmo pɛ sɛ wiase nyinaa ne amansa nyinaa ehu
ehunu deɛ
mmɔ
ɔmo susu sɛ akɔsoɔ
aha nso adi adanseɛ sɛ obi fa telephone papa yɛ sɛ ɔte aseɛ ɔdwɔma ma yɛ sɛ ɔte aseɛ na nado yɛ sɛ ɔte aseɛ na sɛneɛ anya hwɛ kura mfie na foforɔ da w'anim na wowura fi sɛ ɛyɛ nipa bɛboro ɔpepepe nsia ɔmo hyɛ brɛ na ɔno na ɔyɛ dɛn ɔda no ɛgya nyɛ saa
sane tie
nti ɔno nko bɛtumi akɔgyina baabi sɛ mate ase
sabri
wabrɛ kora wowu nti obi sɛ ne kɔn kora na ɔde bɛwɔ hɔ sɛ ka mfa no so kora ɛyɛ dɛn ɛfa no so because of nkunimdi a no ɔpɛ ɛde ama na man yɛkuo ne ne gidi kyerɛ ne sɛ ɛkɔ ne saa ɛno ne wiase asomdwie de ma no
enti ɔman ma nsɛ wotie anwum yi a ababaawa yi ɛyɛ evangelist Nana Samoa ɔse anopa bosuo no na wɔn makoma agyigya na anopa bosuo no nyame anopa wiem no egu wɔn so na wɔn akoma no na aba fam ɛdeɛ ne yɛ ama wɔn makoma agyigya no wɔn akɔnfɔm wɔn ɛde ɛwrɛ abɛhyɛ ɔman hyehyɛ ɔman mmra ase
ne nyinaa bɛyɛ enipa a sɛ obi wɔ bufuhyew ɛyɛ wɔn a wɔn a yɛpagya yɛn ni a ɛtɔ wɔn anim ɛne wɔn a yɛgye wɔn di sɛ wɔn yɛ apatafoɔ wɔn nsɛm a ɔbɛka wɔn sɛ asɛm to obi a obi apɛ de osu kyerɛ no abɔfra esu na wɔ ɔpata no baabi a mpata a ɔtoto n'ani a na ɔhwɛ obi a osu kyerɛ no ɔbɛyɛ dɛn ɔbɛteɛ
enti osu hwɛ anim
osu hwɛ wɔ anim ɛmɛdu biribi koraa na wotumi daadaa abɔfra no ɛde kɔhyɛ sɛ adeɛ wei na agyegye wo abɔfra enti to so na memom ne bi ma wo adakabri yɛmfa bi anyo ana ɛhaw wei a de wei na agyegye wo to so ɔto so a na ɔde aba kɔwia no pa wobɛhu na ɔhunu sɛ waka no asɛm ayɛ dɛn
wadi ama no
afei wobɛhu sɛ ne su no na ɛyɛ dɛn kakrakra na ɛkɔ fam bɛtɛ no amma a na akwadaa no wayɛ sɛ obɛgya yesu
dabi
enti bible sɛ nhyira ne apatafo
ya na patafo so patafo ne di aba ebi brɛ
apatafo di aba enti mpata no so wahoro bebree ɛyɛ kasa wahu enwom na maame ne to no atwo wato bet wato di kenya adwene emra na yenhu sɛ de yesi kasa ɛne sɛ de yesi ka obi a wadi yaw obi a na ade ayira obi a nani abre ni ba bebre so na ade we nso adan ni bibia anyira ye so ogini sɛ wade ayira pa opani nya ne wo ka ne tietia de akyere nipa o adan na moyɛ sa na wɔn no oto aba ma no kora no ne ba bɛn ne ka ho wo saa demonstration na moyɛ no na so obi kora fra wo sɛ kona koye we aka sɛ na wo ba wen dan sɛ wa yɛ ken ya paper weight
a paperweight
enya sema na say o ka de say ade ya wonnim na wo jeje efi say nipa no ne ono wo ne sa no ntumi fa chance nko ne fie say me paduane
dabi
enti so when di woni ntini mu a ne ano aduane so ye den ebon enti da bia ne mpa ebon say pitimpinti bi nko ba bi nti o kro de for say ona bo say dwuma wo ho no mu a so okura wo ye maame ne rani meta na
anya ekura ronko
enti bebre be bi sa o say campaign be koso ne ade a omo be di wanim
enipa ba
Pacho so dia se omo be application so obedi wanim
yes
obanzo na hwa betiri ne ade na ode ba na e kire se
obeyo
okwabrane oye den odidi ni ntini mu enti se no ni hɔ a ono nso na no aduane aye den domini akra omoni aye den abre nanso enam kasa paso ene nkomo ane me bedi no ebe ma ADAKABRI ma kire o me haw no ka se oh e haw no ni fine ene enim kwan aye ne wachiridifo nso be ye den ebe kasa nanso to ebri bi a obi ya no ho so opatafo nanso no mo de cresin ye den
wa ye no ho so opatafo
yes nanso no kura na okoma eja ye den aso ini bebre ka binum asem a na o ma se no obi ko so okopata ntokwa na mom no wakoye mani kura ye den ahoa enti asem ni nyina ye nyina ho dwire na ohu anwire wo de la shi se esi ko no ho anwire
eya ne dru bebi ono ma you are better off say wodu ani be hwe ade na obu na ne chi say aboy ebu ne say okra
be kana say Ghana mampeni ne ho ampopo say na ekọ ne ho ampopo
say wo hwe say na otene dem okra na e be bo no ense ne yire kra dem so sui
ono patu na no mutu na nya easy eni say na nipa ya dwen ye no nya sa na ekọ nya sa na ekọ
na wo say honhom no soso ebe wo mu a enu ne ma Ahab ono te ponko so ma eye Elijah etimi tu mirika esan ponko no na covenant keeping God no o hye bo no say o hye Abraham bo so betre na se no covenant keeping God no be ye kwamba so yetimi gina so kasa kire wo manma say election ye the end of it all kwamba so yetimi kasa kire wo manma e fa sa de
Odofo asikyire nyina ne se Bible se honam hoi no ne kon do tia honhom o se honam oposu honhom ena honhom so oposu honam ena o se niam mienu we nso no enka enti so obi ani abre ka ne honam fam ade that's also the honhom ko kire ne se bibi se ya patwa wasam ne ntoso na sonso ya wa honhom ne honam ne se honhom di tumi enti obetumi de honhom na fa honam adwene no nomum na nsa na wo de honhom be fa honam adwene nomum no na wo no nya honam ni won take stand na emom no genuinely no o yo patafo se no matter de free ne ni ade nya wo hwehwe ne se wo be patama asomdwa ye den aba eno no de Bible say Nyankopon ma ya akodi ya honhom akodi a yetimi di dwiri ade biara ekron ne ye honam ne akoma biara amaso anase epie bia ne di esi enti na wo kan Hebrews chapter 4 verse 12 for si Nyankopon asem no ano ye nam na
Nyankopon asem no
ya
ano
nam asem no wo nkwa na no nam chenkrante no fenu biara ene timi hwire akoma mu na pepe mu makoma na nkanti bibiase adwena na nkanti bibiase no etumi ye den etiase na ne nyina no wo Nyankopon de adom akyede na ma wo no ekon ba minimye bi anim wo tena se din ebiriwe Daniel no mo be hu afiri wo ho Joseph no mo be hu afiri wo ho ebra asem kese abeto Nebukadnezar ban mu ma Nebukadnezar se ne da ya wo so ye ese otumi tiase nanso won tiase enu ntina me wo mo necromancers magician astrologers ne pedi ahufo ne adeadefo nyina mo twa me ho ahia na mo se niema e wo sum nyina mo betumi ayi a kire me na se maso dan na menkae a mo nso nkire me a mo se mo nim ba bia dan no wo enna Daniel etie no Daniel ya honhom ni nanso wan fa ne de wonim wo se ma me bre na ma me bre na me nya dan men ne me Nyankopon ni nkita ho ewi a kire no ADAKABRI so otimi ko kire bibie ma som bie bae na wa ready wa attempt senka na piafo nka woku won beto sre ma won se emfa won sa nyeden enka won na te se Daniel no oni nkofo no nyina na wa ban mu nkofo no pom penasem enso asem binti ye kwa akukumo anka Daniel onye din ma yenye yenkumu nwie no no nko andi nim enso Daniel ye asomdwie ni eso ye honhom ni enti honhom ni bia ye patafo ompe nipa biara ne sei na emum santiase beye adwuma na ye nyina ye be nom abua baako enti ane no adakabri de meka nyina ne sei anamon bia NDC fo tu no sanne Ghana mrako ne ntietia Ghana mrafa ahodie so a na emum ne ye nipa na ehunu sei enya de ebeboa yen a ye pese ye no mo kasa yemfa akomapa ene asomdue kasa na mo nya den enkasa na de nya ya enya court ene ekọ court na we de court a kire ohun ye bajo wa de be kire bi onu nso nim se ni dede ni ade no eni nyina aka ho se ye kọ ball ne ye ball nya park enso ball ye park no enyina no se supporters ni nso gu akire na se supporters no ye dede na omo kansem a omo hu se eno na ma mora ema fei de na onye se ohuri na waye de na nyene se obetumi aye mpo no na ogusu eye na so ni nyina ne dede wo kromu especially season ya wo mu ya na nipa enhu no ho ano enti yenso ye nyina ye se mu na ye na mo pese mu di yeso enti na mo bre ye ya mpese mu di yeso ya mo ye ne yesuro yesre mo enti no kra pa mu na mo pese ye mu di yeso de ya ene dede nkofo pacho kasapa sa ne patanto kwa kasapa
enti nsem say was it Mama Esther and okache say fuano ka kasapa
yeah na Roman for se brebre na ye so boasie ye wadi nyina na nyame na o se brebre na ye so
ya ne ka se wiase be say ya no
wiase de opani ense yo enti na say ye hunu wiase a ya na awreho na te say wiase a yenyanse na ye hunu no agya hwa menchirima so ye hunu wiase no agya hwa menchirima enti abri bia na say yen a ye mpanimfo no say bibi nkoyi a yen hunu ne yen sunsuanso obi a agyanom de ye ba yen so yen so yen hunu say ye da ne ne mani na ankwantia nkola na mo so nkola fofo na ya won na ye do won no ye hwe ye ma bi e koso a na ye dwem o say na dachi say na mo friends be sia ye den akọ enti won we ye akandifo wo honhom fam no ese ye fam de biara ye be ya pitipiti ene niema enkoyie ene chinchim a ye chinchim niema bi kọ ne ense se kọ ese ye bie ya no na ye den ye kasa so wan kasa otri ho
ye we bone na nkofo bi so we de me fa ntwade mu na bia na be di amom omo ko di MP bi achi ena oye ojeje we campaign ma wo mo se omo ka no mo fa nko ye adwuma no muntu ya yakwa akoto abama MP no wadi ntwo nti se waje cars no omo akon homa ye problem ye nyendai
okay adakabri de ma me profegi ma me gina ha no me ka ne pen se obi betumi agye achinyi se ye wia me every say mere dodo a ye to aba ye time de sika eto nipa
sika
eto nipa
adwene
ye koto aba ewo baby kakra bi a ye to delegates eyamba
ai
MPP for ye
baby a
omo yamba
ere nsantrofo ikura na ye mane na minim se me ma mu nsanka bia gwada munya skare bi na paga sika nso wonkra ha
enti MPP for ye
obia ye
NDC nso ye
obia
yes enti me do a ye timi to de ene ewiase bibie ni ho a ye ntimi nto
ma menim wo fase nkasa na emusa na abra wote ya
medase
eye no kure se ono MP bia advocacy so won fanya welcome
na ena walusu
ena MP na lusu no waje car na
waje car si ho
no kure pa no so obeka sofuti ho
o kamientie
na se koto ya mo ha
ya ni abema
na ho te sen
yehu adaroma
adaroma me kura na me nipa bonfo de bone ye ni wo awurade animu a sofu ete ha sei asema me bebu se kan okure wo mu na ye nyina ye huna ne poma sebre Assemble na to yesi na be yatoka ma na agika no assemble na asie.
First the edikan measure safe say maame no.
Maame ben.
Oba no. Honorable Afoli.
Oh, Afole kwe asem na wo kan.
Yes.
Come in tie.
Oba no. Me a lotto writer.
We a lotto writer, huh?
Yes. And Oba me go catch him so person be police station executive. No any member of the party, nobody knows in the party. Na me my juma constituent me for almost from 1996.
Eye krowo asem na wo kan.
Krowo asem na me.
Eye nungwa. Eye MPP na wo kan yana.
That's the MPP na me.
Yo, me ntie we.
Since 1996 na me started me boy juma. Ono kan wa 3 MPs a me kan ho aye de omo aba. It's one one get me tell me obi am strong on grounds. It's about also a polling station executive aye. And I'm okay, no problem. And I'm afraid you're in charge. Say, Charlie, my also a president, but financial harmony. Plus, you matter. It is of secretary to know background of police station. I am top. And you're the secretary. That was the cool. If you're the secretary, now about 3, 4, 5 months after the country, okay, tell me what chairman. Only will be our party. And I'm sorry, and I'm going to call chairman. If you're called chairman, one of our cannas. They are going to catch us on my encran for basic 2 and fan count. We have a bed mama ama when we need power. It's on my encran for 2. We do platform. Sabi, the message I'm the mind say. A member and a baby MP walk over. Now, a member and a baby MP will come in about Sabi Atopa. Now, so we are so about a diet. Sabi, a comedy will not go for to make a chest of coma.
And do the go straight to the point na ya na mfiafia ho no.
Yo. It is time when you hear my sister partner before me car no them. And no work pay allocation card. And I'll buy. What buy no time car ba kuma me. What see wo dey won yabe because we be my yama wo. Afi be 3 days our friend also be give me 52,000 work no. Na we should be about 400. But my bomb dey to make about 20,000 and above. That's why lose power. No, I'm a man for by threatening. Say, be mu jasam ne ba. And I react ma ko jaka na police. They can't police station.
Kana o de ma wo no.
650 to make 2,000, 20,000 and over no. My minute is the can ma. On the police before one the can. The can of police station. We go police station. Anya me kwa. Waji bi no so dia e kan wait you. E dey for no.
Can you come?
Yaris, Toyota Yaris, allocation card. I obey your word more Ghana.
At its allocation card, I see anything.
Yeah, this sophisticated ones I will be there by 8 cards. I can't have a whole money at the end.
Yes, and Crawford, ya dear bar, Yaji, SCC, or Habono.
Those kinds of things in a Nubia,
and Nubina, or no J, you know. Anna or the ma one also G and just Acobas also by you 52,000.
Also I give me 52,000.
And I just said
Metro 20,000 and above.
And was it the Acano to proceed for your dance say.
Also a Munja can improve them to Mako Pakana.
Nah,
name is the Lord. The battle is the Lord.
Name fa your friend is saying 20,000 actually in Mawana.
Oh, media Meja. Baby, I think I'm in a decision. Yankopon, any decision. Now, what did you say? We are boss on that, no, obey the mama. Intimate say the battle is the Lord. The battle is the Lord. Because I have strong belief in Jesus Christ. This is the answer. So I have no problem.
Okay. But say 10 year dear, let us be cobo, baby, wa bruche, ko some 50 na, or they care ban went to me and one day and your J or Tamahabo. And I just a Yajidima win a hunt to Quana Muquin.
Yes, any power only the clerk of our car by what did the account. Boy, only the chief of staff war, a boy who mammy the car man, was in the car. What amount of park in
you. You very and crater, moniness and sign crater.
Oh, on my document be. But me, the name system political movement, the young connoisseur. Oh, yeah, only a cry.
You.
I thought I said, what's the matter of the car boarding? Now, me see the bonus makalo to person.
Oh, and yes, she it's total Yaris.
I'm saying I'm now mountain view.
The total Yaris in the 52,000 or so.
50,000 to retire Yaris. We are on our song some more by your politician. No one more we need power. You have 52,000 cars would you?
And yes, she why?
Now the idea is or I am Mr. Cinema Hall. or the minimum. Anyway, you need to come and give us 50,000.
And yes,
she was not going to be only in one car. And I mean, the papa will read for money for. And I'm out for 10 years time and pay the Nipa of wow. Now we have to say the almost of the tower margin. And the
and yes, young family, I'm watching.
Oh, maybe I'm that. Maybe it will be evangelist for my story. And I can say what I had to get your money.
Why, yeah. Right. Why, yeah. Right. Enti osakoto no and amanyosem ni munsem adi akire they will be comment and I yes
o metu no fo se onya botre mama me no se so wo so de
de boko abadro beti wo ti
onya botre mama me no na mama ikura no hwemu a we no nye se oto vote ana se bibisa o adwumaden no opeso wo ye na onim so mbetumi ayama no nti wono omo ye nhyehyɛ sɛ sɛ mo bayire mo hono mo ayɛ campaign amma me na bibisa so so menji ade bi mamo na monye no welcome
that idea of say nipa bi ko tratra brochire ko bobra na ode ade ba Ghana na seize airport ni agene dia mo
areho enna no na me ka
say me comment na
ya nam na da so di na nipa bebre de
aduane a
ye nam na da so di na nipa bebre be nenso ekire na ebedane abosia e wo wanum
na o grow
preach it ya won a omo pe option nema sa no enyo
nkope bi nto na chese
yensi ni nyina nso aban a waba power
aban ba suban ya omo
nyina ati mo no wa ho enti se du bibi na ye kasa finchim te se de omo huni asem a ensem ho ensem ho enti bi na make sure say ye ko primaries na say MPP yenya ye ho ye ka se ntana ade no kura no yetimi toto vote toto de ma bebrelu su ya kwani won ti ase wa delegates na ekoto abama mbra mo ko primaries wotumi tua 50 million 10,000 mo obi be say ni panu ntumi fa wontwa oni opponent anim entu betumi akotua masankofo no na waye dan no wa wini na wo wia na ye mpempem na ye kwoto aban de chewing gum kura mo nipa ne be
oye enti in rounding up no bompa e man ne na ye pewa ba bia be hunu ya ne nipa ne pi kura tabusa na ye mo prophet no hina me hunu
be mo ya na de number ne jija
yes the number ma and Captain Jesus our so e wo Neat FM
yeah ye fi adakabri ho adakabri ye bompa de magana me fa kwanya we so tu o man ni nyina afo yenim ase nti won we ahiyefo eni sa adifo nkomhyefo no omo sampo etwada pa kase de ati nyina ene nsore no ene no mfoni na twade ya kire obi ase se Ghana no ya chemienu MPP ni NDC nti mu hia mu asore na asore na mu hia mo ya 6,000
hunu
se efa gina ha na fa nso ye den egina ha enti kwan ya ye maso ma Kristo asore nyankopon asafo mu no nyoma bi twamfoni ede kire no ese ye sei efie na fie asore dem na sei fie asore dem a na e kan se fie mponi abonten so wa ho afa ohunu sade na be wo wani a ye pasomdwe ene ye pasomdwe
bet je se hunu se be wona ni
be wona ni ndia se beja asore kura onya nipa ma ne ma usuo so okira nim na ebesi e ho na hu se ye pasomdwe bet ye hyasomdwe eduase na anyini so medua ne ko afri baabi a ne akwa no ntumi nye den entene no ndi ADAKABRI masem awie nyina ne se empire tenten enye no na ye bibi na emmom no kuredie wa ho de no kuredie eye adwuma ne ye pasomdwe a eno no ye sere nyankopon mo a na ono so fi soro ye den aba ndi ADAKABRI me bom pa ye de magana aka America krabi ne ye di bronya Christmas next week mpo ne ye di wura Christmas no emu won sem bebre na bato nso abebata na beje abeka nyankopon mo bro ho ne mmoa enka Ghana man nyina ya prepri nyina na wieye enwi asomdwe na yehu ye ho a na fa yehu ye ho se asem na baaye nanso bibia akọwieye nyame asomdwe ntonsupa emfema ye ADAKABRI adom ne ndi
amen yana okana e was a sofo da bi o kana boko ana se o sofo da bi o tiam
ntiatiamu de Bible say nya ntiamu na yɛde tea akoa mpo. Ɔse even a servant yɛmfa ntiamu nkasa nkyerɛ no. Ɔte w'asɛmpa no koraa na obebu n'anim tia. Nti asɛm a yɛte ne kɔn mu no ɛyɛ kyɛn ntiatiamu.
Even the servant Gramentiano with the cancer manente.
Ya na me ho sɛ asɛmpakafo ne asɔfo na ma aka ɔmo hɔ na o preach ya na obɛkora na dan no koraa yɛ classroom. What you say? Na ogina pulpit mu. But sɛ de obesi atiatiamu ne de obesi akasɛm no. Ya na yɛ hu kakra. Nti wo so hu ne sɛn?
Me hu ne sɛ asɛm no na yɛ pɛtie. Na nyɛ ne ntiatiamu.
Nyɛ ne ntiatiamu.
So what telephone number for today?
Adolfo Prophet Isaac Ofosonejima number 054 86 72 976 054 86 72 976 Prophet Isaac Ofosonejima.
Right. Prophet Yedwa say, nyame nhyira wo nso so. Sɛ obaye. Esabre we de, kwasi kwa aten. Ani titi Adunti MPP fo nyina mesramu a Samuel Jamfi mommra ate na mmra pepa kunafo no ni so mame na mommra na busua no soso aye abusua panyina wate ayi paso Apenko Presbyterian Church ya Samuel Jamfi aye bi mwate ana mo twen no mudi nkunim ebra nyina wa awurade anim titi katno mo betwen no mudi nkunim ewa awurade anim right entity me mamu nyina amatena ase
yeah over
what to say there
adom ninti yeti nkwam beda nyame ase se wo nkwan wo ade nyina elections na atwam yasem na si enye se si but say na ye gina ye prese ye bakwa koto aba 7 December aba na yato ye wie eye bibia ko boko apart from say nkrofo a omohwe omonkwa ewo elections nimu na ha adwene yie yenso so ye side no ye gidie ni say elections collations no ankoyie nti ye doso mu ahwese ye de assemble akoma
afe na mu doso mahwe
oh ye doso mu de ekuta sesia no edoso afan but ye pesi ye wie ansana ye tusa anamono na ohwa fitiase na kra ye flag bearer ka se onu onye den onjintum epise niama ohu fiti inshase no onu ahu se niama ne bi ankoyie nti ye be ku akoyanim na ya hwese niama ye kuta na akodi a ye kuta ye feel say elections na ankoyie no ye de begu akwan mu na amanfo ana meka se omote court hono ahwe amaye na ye boy ho ano ye be koyani ansa na me de manu be si no me congratulate me parliamentary candidate elect Rita na Odolesowa la dade kotopon ejumadin a oye ya otimi de G seat no na minsira no na Greater Accra fo nyina omutimi
ahono Odota Lusu primaries no
ai
na new candidate ne bae
ai
na just moyi na show
ai ye be make sure say sa seat kra and go back to MPP biom
since the days of Namwali
say Namwali ko nti sisi a ye ni Rita Odolesowa na aba nti ye be make sure say NDC be retain sa seat no sa seat na nti say lejekuku seat na oba ba kon e wo so kofi a won ba biom no eno de wo ye hwan se keke fi what you can't do anything about it eno de oba ba kon a on be yi word
e ka che na se onu na chire no so me de me baby fe no abele koko
no problem yeah twen no so NDC ni a obe wini primaries na dia na obetimi e de eti ni nyina abomu dia elections de obe win ADAKABRI ade ba kon a ewo elections mu no se moko primaries wie a mpaipa mu ba and it's up to the parliamentary candidates no say obeden oni obia beden be ba together na motimi akomonim so when timi anye sa no see o we ni hu hia me we omboa me we ni sei agragro obi ni obi so adamfo ye obi nua so ye obi ebusuani be hu ane say na ati afa okon.
How did the elections go in your eyes?
General elections.
General elections.
If you talk about transparency at polling stations, then can make catch or say yante boni bebre until after 6 I start to say yeah king kind our respective constituencies, you know. And I mean me who say e be sorry or baby bebre. The man pe ane me or how bebre ne nkrofo a omode so-called vigilantes, no, as a call respective polling stations and now collation centers are etwema etuo twen ba mu a yebobɔ nkrofo ebi kuomo me feel say enunum na me ka say enu atwam because during the day aye to aba no enu ansi a adenti na ye akan ewi a ye tallying na wo say den enu ba nti ha bebre nti me bisa me ho say ye to aba ne mum no san tokwa na nsi ya nti say motofo ye gidigidi ya nti say but ya kan ye wie na ye collation center akoye totals no mum no enu mum na yetibete napa anapa we mete se Ablekuma Central
Abako etuo kan na
Abbas we frim nti ubebisa se fi all this time nyina no obi ejina ho se mempene ema wonwia me na mempene ema wonsesa aba no na ode ne ho si ho na ochine bi obi tutuo bona saa na ebekona na eyo how bebre nti ehode ye me ya say nkrofo hwere mo nkwa because of elections we na ebe stress ye kwa yanim no sa group of people here ye hu omo e bi on video a omo she military uniforms a o she military uniform de nanso utimi hu say we owo abodwe or mustache into ubebisa say police ni papa na soje ni papa no ana because in him say security service omo they don't wear beard, they don't wear mustache. Some wear mustache, but they don't wear beard. Inti sisan krofui obi timidi omu koshe G uniform the show mo say ombeye sa etrotra semia na eyo how bebre magana. Ye kwa enim ne de ye besre se sa niama we nyina eto betwa na yetimi ahwe ne yakoye enim.
Right. Kwasi also bray
over me de nchaka si ebe ma na machi amenua peni so titi kata no na titi we de ende me hu ne ko na so titi wo frɛ me congratulate me kaga na ye dey say be contest ne ko e na wo so me nua peni no me ka say awa na ofa me na afi ya ko election na titi ya win ya ali zefe so I mean you call me no I congratulate you nua kuma ze kwasi mo na nyina na nka yefe but titi ntima anya sa ndi ehon na mu se titi ni ma anya dey ni yi but I mean whichever because say what them congratulations mama now you don't even accept the results I mean you can still go to God but titi anya sa but anyway and our friend me o ka traffic mu na o friend me say me wo he but whichever way
me sumi ni aketwa
na wo zu na me be e bia ma buy abapa na ye to so na kwasi kwati manya ba bi kakra sa nya me nwa no na nka ne nyina aka sabi se ne nyina kwakwa ansen kro
ne me bompa esa fi we maba power de ombeka
nyame tiase but of amame fa akwanya yi so enye announcement bi kakra we de wada ro
be
announcement me yonku bi na okọ grasak okọ position that is a graduate student association of Ghana KNUST ha no mo ye election nyame pass Saturday me kura be kwakobo me yonku pa even Jacob yabu abuama ni din pa so na adwuma wura oyade
ono so be the Grasak vice president
the Grasak vice that's the point is any who started yache o started yache na party papa no anko dimo na adwuma wura de o party papa mti mesre se obi anko na enyina yenko boa na nyame pa Saturday enye fe na o win but anyway makan wa wie no over bisa me about election ho sensem no se de enyina esi nim no o hwe observers reporter baaye bibi di se Kodeo bibi di se yiyu no mo ene mo media fo and central fo na mo ho nyina na em se ni nyina no boils down to one thing say the menua TT can the election was peaceful and transparent of course abibia of a meeting of videos you guys say election abibia no a process any event indeed there as part of the process no you no mebu ho e be koyi pa ye wono ma bisu won so a ebeto tema kakra enti ye no de obi ka se e bia process no ye absolute and I say 100% e bia ni pakro no na atro no ye de odi because every human institution bia no you won't get everything 100% but most importantly no the process lead to the declaration of President Akufo-Addo as a president and of course all parliamentarians mutimi enya akwanya ko parliament you can at least know say we've come far. Enti no ya de abasobode e be ma Nana Akufo-Addo na ya da Ghana for so moto abama e papa Akufo-Addo ne obi biara nyina ye dey ase but ye nuanom so ye besere mo kakra say nkunimdi abai na we MPP ni I mean with your celebration you at least become a bit moderate and circumspect in your celebration na ye nuanom so NDC for no so no say to aba na se binti ase bi ni ho a the obey ne say because abibia no over there make can say the election was backed by law and anything that bia na ya backed by law bia no if you want to change at the corner you surely have to use the law. Electoral Commission na yedi tumi amano amamren me 1992 constitution they say unconducted election exercise wa na no other body no other institution whether so of foreign powers foreign pressure one when they about can turn the ballot and I can turn the votes in your behalf. What is more important is the Electoral Commission in making such a decision. At the end of the day, no. When in the obey say you don't go to the streets, you don't incite people say be an election who win in the head here we are. In any event, so kaya just some 3 days to election outside peace accord. Say a collation not maintain one be bar or the bell court na why the wakoka. In the end, say ya papa John Mahama say maintain one be aba na ojidi se wantiasia e de best so one fan court. Na ye MPP di susu say enye bia maintain ho ase so lusu election ne bi o wini no mbe so beten ho ase da bi. Di ehunu say o lusu election no na de papa John Mahama ye nyina ne say opekwanya e dia create some sympathy bia ye dey ama no. Na say nyame pa 2024 no matimi deny ye dey aba. Unze ani ka o ya de na enfonso ba so hwe 2016 na quickly ya no mo fa kwasibotwe no mo na yeah, the report by. I mean, it's part of the report. Some indicted his candidature and the personality of him. Other factors too may also have contributed it. But yeah, basic 2020. 2020, no. Can the papa ma the best thing I say, Papa Jomama is ya to a baby. Then give be a wager to me say, uncle na yambo boy when the day yamrebu. I think say a hono de wentima anyasa and ya can't go for good street in your winning election and me new TTTA obon timi kan jam say deep within him onim send this lose presidential election we will acknowledge say omu lose because we hear media projections say buy we hear could dey report or the buy say results or one na easy so now having easy so results say buy na nkan fa so bia ni so say
NDC or the capacity to collect and collate resource for just under 39,000 polling stations.
Over menye kode your PRO wa ha. Now the only say if you ask that question, then that question should also be extended to even the political parties, whether they have the capacity to also collate and make projections. Not only political parties. If you also could be beat say even the media, more what Emraben say media also should even go and collate results. So these are all been conventionally practiced, are accepted.
But practically me say apart from two major political parties MPP ni NDC
of me too.
Why in what capacity so between the individual persons up to 39,000 akojina every polling station bia say they see ho bia no quickly the number na never bring
offer or your observer and observation
question you apart from MPP ni NDC and Electoral Commission no ankasa. Why in what resources say or the nipa just under 39,000 ekojina individual polling stations from Concord report for them?
Offer issues of capacity will have to be defined by the law, and as soon as you bring in issues about the law, it is left for the court to decide. No
Would you agree to suggestions to say apart from MPP and NDC, individually 39,000 polling stations, unya direct result if you want to buy.
That's the question.
Of what the Oka is subject to interrogation because there be my friend media houses be almost making projections.
Do you know what the
unless of
media house could put more than 500 persons.
Offer me no make us say BRC TT with the buy say maybe a regional base so the results must not necessarily come from the polling stations alone. At the end of the day, even if you get it from the district level and our constituency level, it still becomes a resource. We have other media stations
primary data a pink sheet a statement of poll no copy and a primary data. So why apart from MPP and NDC, why in the bit me Ghana 39,000 individual primary data no?
Offer what is more important, let's say, at the end of the day, whether it's primary or it's secondary data, are we questioning
collation level?
Yes, so are we questioning the validity of the data now, banana? We are not questioning the validity. But in terms of capacity, there it is the court to decide.
Do you agree to suggestions apart from EC? Apart from NDC, apart from MPP, independently, the resource will be a.
That's what I'm saying. So it depends on baby resource in the free. At the end of the day, no resource no diabano. Does it tally with what the EC is also bringing out? If it tallies, then you don't question the validity of the results. Okay, it's a 2012 petition. Quarter semana because Addison can say ne evidence. Even if he stole it, it can be used or it can be tendered in court. So how Obi governing the data there? To me, it's not up to me to decide. Say, na ye papa and asen will be timenya no nya. What is more important is I don't know if when your data is it credible? Can we rely on it? Does it tally with what the EC's data? That is more important.
You have a television station. What can when your resource and the war patch away?
Offer. I know the offer. All kind of
resource. I am not making candidature.
Offer and the EC no crab Supreme Court petition 2012. Obeka 3 says me 145. So all those errors can come. But I agree with you on principle. Say these parties now, boy, the Electoral Commission, the EC. The Electoral Commission, the political parties, the primary data. Yes. But I'm saying is, I don't debate that. You make any say.
That's the only question you ask. Yes or no?
Penny. But they make say it doesn't also change the fact to say people can also rely on secondary data and still get the predictions right. But what is
it's not true.
It's not debate.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you a perfect example. Pink sheet him says na the writings are a bit faint. Okay. Assuming say me maji polling station be a PCFM polling station. Me na me MPP agent and NDC agent maji mikuta. Ma boy ma me party you train aji hard copy no. Na any news portal a frame it. I don't have time. So may a screenshot. If a 5 does not look like 5 and looks as 3, and the media station records it as 3, you are relying on a primary document, but that is not the original. Clearly, is what you are seeing. It is the radio station. The people say, "Oh, we are 3." Meanwhile, on the primary document, no, the other partner then 5. So that is what ADAKABRI is trying to establish. Say, apart from these 3 bodies, primary documents in the original correct data,
resource. Mame kwesi. Kama yabobo resource na better studios. And na menu ya ba ko so yago. I can't say. That's what break akra. Into resource na de amano. And na odi mame. Na editor na ya kesiti obi. Yakoso yago the resource no mame no. Na me ye madwen se mekom akositre ansana Master Tiabobo. There were about 13 of them. I made a note. 13 of them. Now, one of the results, me share more apeno. I just say actually Osakoto ewo Furikrum constituency. It's we beat Dr. Mafu. Eti me ye no to nchen. Na me perusu 12 na aka na. Me we na me pick you Furikrum dia. Na me catch me editor. Kadna na ya kese Furikrum dia. Say
asemo ho.
Enti me frɛ nipa miensa wo Kumasi independently o na me frɛ wo. This is no Sakoto wetimi beat Dr. Mafu. I'm so sad. Then I went to actual operative now of or true result no ma minu ya ba so ya go no. And this was a very good reaction. Na me biama kwafo. And was me yam frɛ nipa no what the results ne ba ye no. Awon ba bia me probe nti ba bia na keka ko. Ya frɛ nipa no san ba ya. Completely different results. So imagine say anya me say
what check ya boy.
Just a me boy. So boy wie ya Imagine what embarrassment the station now come say because I churo be adi onyayo. I churo be adi onyayo.
Obia bro, when it gets to that stage.
And this stage a woman, we need to establish say the media flow, say kodoyo, say no. Why no nya access to the primary data? I will bet me I can say collaborate dear Isiaka and the MPP aka and the NDC aka. Yet me establishes say we have any every the next step. A quiet befaswa. You bet me who say no crane.
Offer the work can no yarding power, but you go by extension of such a logical. Say even among the two main political parties in Ankasano, a bit me based on around over just 1,000 polling stations. It may be declared presidential. So already the NDC some even press conference on Bayer. Not saying no money. So even among the two main political parties, at the end NDC American first of all, more establishes or more winning 146. And if you even want to go by that logic, near per se extend near per se accept for the purpose of this discussion, even the two main political parties in Ankasa at some point in the become more credible results to my. So what is more important is what I'm saying.
It is not about
no. The was not credible.
I want to come in a little bit. When they declare first at the polling stations, never constituency, whoever is the constituency election director, no, he has access to that data. But don't forget, you have to go to the collation center for it to be certified. You see, so what you fail to say,
next time going forward, good. O say at the end you certify collation center.
Results now yaji polling stations in Nigeria. At the collation center, a Hona easy Becca say, okay, NDC, my polling station, for instance, pink sheeter, if we need FM polling station, MPP Moody and Wahi. No what Italian say, oh, you 25 or 25 or electoral commissioner now, electoral returning officer, no polling station, so they need the ABA or see 25 and sana you best certify so we're having a okay. And they have to go through that process.
You can't duplicate, triplicate nearly. You one form pe
yes,
and you cross so your polling station. Now you are original nukuta easy.
That's correct.
And what it
duplicates now,
10 duplicates ama
political parties
at the collation center with the presidential and now or the sir
and no beba
or the bar ye de be region or the abakra.
That's right.
But with the parliamentary there or people born wo polling station where declare they would nipa ye declare as a parliamentary the MP elect no or no near district office one.
That's right.
But do district office on obi number obi every single police station.
And no you're positive. And no there's an.
And you say where or dia kasa tentreni frehini.
That is the thing. You see, someone said this year no almost the way to collate the presidential. They did it on a regional basis. Into a ho and a problems in Efi Edeba. Because titeno nipa not easy them hono or the constituency by constituency they declare parliamentary candidate. What am I say? Inti say your friend is saying Ablikuma Central be PC nya saying 20,000 na presidential you 22,000. Inti a hot no benya ni primary document no EDF. But this time no all this no original collation center and a region Italy and son or the bre a presidential, your friend is saying, returning officer.
Returning officer for the presidential race.
Inti a hot and a yen NDC for the few say there has been some manipulation. And yes, sir, we just jump.
Regional officer, no. Does the CI recognize the work of the regional officer?
I don't have any problem with that. But maybe they say it is a new system that they started. I'm not saying it is wrong and it's out of law. It is a new system. But that is what enabled a regional collation center to be able to do anything. What am I saying? And that is where we have a few challenges.
275 district officers at the collated presidential results in every constituency. At the Bre East Wakra. Regional and Ankonya 275 faxes from all the regional problem be a man.
How?
How
different? Because it came from one end.
No. Because
it came from the
no. You see, there's an intermediary. The intermediary now became the regional
collation officers. Now, originally,
Even
from the polling station, from the constituency, no, and no parliamentary, no, any presidential, I didn't go straight. Pa. Inti say collation be problem, beba. That is where it will start.
It's not just a presidential, no. A parliamentary name free district office, our regional office. Name on presidential and the core regional office. It is, tell us if you do know. Dear the buyer, Bruja Jemfi, in the presence of a Mot Idrisu, Kwame Wadaku, Omunina Honomwa, Bruja, a signed document indicates that NDMPP and 1.75 million, when in fact, subsequently, there's agitation say 1.4 million and 1.75 million. What do you know about that?
Mate, I have heard that argument, but as to how or more detailed information about that particular information from Ashanti region, I do not have the details about it. Because I heard the agitation say Bruja did a mistake and what have you. They were calling for it.
You heard agitation. Some of Bruja bono.
Oh, I heard people calling
it.
Which was very wrong from me myself.
And I feel that agitation is wrong.
What am I saying? So unfortunately for us, no, it's gone already. If actually somebody appends his signature to a declaration now, that's it. You can't come back and say.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, my maybe say wo declaration now was signed from polling station as the polling agent. What sign? Say parliamentary candidate na 20, presidential na 24. Echo. Then the following day or days after, you come back and say you didn't sign that.
You didn't sign is different from you don't agree to the tally.
If you don't agree, that's a different thing. No,
because one sign it doesn't invalidate the figure. Now what signs also subsequently new information brought to your attention. Now I can say, hey, I did sign.
But obviously, when you were signing that, you should have put a comment underneath. Say, I have signed, but I have a challenge.
No, but I think
that was
the court can address it.
I said, if indeed Brojako signed 1.75, not subsequently
1.4,
the court can address it.
Brojako signed 1.75, and subsequently Abba said 1.4. I didn't even me.
Oh, obviously we need to go back to the regional coalition center and get all the polling stations in that.
No, but the TT can say them can say election was not conducted in a vacuum. The EC conducted the elections based on legal.
Or summary sheets, no.
But at the end of the day, no, of our lawyer. So gazette results are. Will you still go back? Because as soon as you gazette, more present fontus official. And I said, where you were Juma. Anything any changes you have to do no. They say easy no. Okofa why won't mean results no show.
No.
What you have to do, and then I can say at best no. It will only have to take a superior court to direct the EC to go back and check. But say EC was a EC inquire another audit and another recount. They don't work.
Or say with parliamentary, with me, I call either said the circuit court or the high court.
But this one they are talking about the presidential, no?
Presidential Supreme Court now. If indeed, as a Kobio Ewasante, and Onodo no maintain say Ninsaka Bibia, say Omukuta individual pink sheets representing 47 constituencies
of the Ashanti region.
Nese Omu figures, no. Contrary to
what
the
region has
done.
That's at the EC level.
At the regional level.
Regional level, okay.
They can challenge.
But I'm saying say more mechanism more use to say more EC to get them to do forensic audit in Adeno. Especially with the presidential. And the media friends say international pressure GMO mountain now interview
what is
quote him well.
But now the whole thing
is
but one thing say they should bring in for forensic audit. Independent to do whatever.
Independent.
To do what?
We learn from previous election petition. That was a KPMG for BM.
Good, but we are missing the point of a more manuency. Then I can say if the independent audit will come out, it can't just be directed to the EC. The court will have to make such an order. At the point I make us say, and unless be a mistake, You say you see not gazette the presidential report. You know, for instance, results. As soon as one gazette, no, when is every home.
CI 135, if I'm right.
When is every home? If indeed
10th of December.
Say JM any then DC per se. Or more qualify for any forensic audit now or by an independent body now. It has to be done through the court.
Yes, that's the only.
And I mean, say they should go to court, but up to now, I'm saying the court has never been of option.
Nipa or say or no we win presidential and na yaje free nsem and until or court.
In this case, JM
what the law says.
The law says is say
they twisted it a bit, so it's not straightforward.
No, but whichever way, but whichever you can go to the Supreme Court for interpretation as to who can file the petition.
I don't know what I say that you be so as some say. Quite simple. I mean, kind of name say
why matters of interpretation. That's what I said Supreme Court today.
If you have won, that's what it says. If you have won,
and then of I can't mean
I say
if you have won. The new law is a bit.
And do I need careful?
That's the why they will just throw you out.
That's a first number senior lawyer Chikata. Nobody will fly. So was what I say.
Okay, I'll say page 41 and was a pursuant to Article 64(1) of the Constitution. Any citizen of Ghana who is duly registered as a voter may present a petition to the Supreme Court within 21 days of the declaration of the presidential results, challenging the election of the president. The question is, can the petition be brought by more than one Ghanaian citizen? It appears that the provision in Article 64(1) of the Constitution, namely, and I quote, the validity of the election of the president may be challenged only by a citizen of Ghana who may present a petition for the purpose to the Supreme Court, unquote, envisages that a petition challenging the validity of the election of the president may be commenced by the person who had been declared by the Electoral Commission as the losing presidential candidate.
Good.
In other words, the election may be challenged only by the person who alleges that he was the winner at the election.
Good.
It's
clear.
Does JM believe he was the winner?
It's clear. What do you mean you see here? We can more hide under just interpretation. And this one, don't hear the literal interpretation. It's clear. There is no ambiguity. Say, and in this case, if you lost what it means is that the declaration was made by the EC and you lost. Or if you felt that you won, then you can go to court and I declare as a loser.
Titi no. Time yes, our document way. And this is for money go home.
I don't think so.
No, for what is ambiguity here?
I just heard of this document about a week and a half ago.
No, Titi, what is
technical point too?
No, but what is ambiguity here?
Just John Mahama has been declared the losing candidate.
Good.
And then he can only present an election petition on the basis that he won.
He won.
And I Jeffrey in him.
No,
so how does he present a petition?
I didn't get the understanding.
When the EC has said you have lost.
No, I didn't get the understanding. Okay. The last part, let's have another part. The last part, the last part.
So you see why I said the twist?
So the question is, can the petition be brought by more than one Ghanaian citizen? It appears that the provision is the provision in Article 64(1) of the Constitution, namely, the validity of the election of the president may be challenged only by a citizen of Ghana who may present a petition for the purpose to the Supreme Court, envisages that a petition challenging the validity of the election of the president may be commenced by the person who had been declared by the Electoral Commission as the losing presidential candidate.
In this case, who is that person?
And now, in other words, the election may be challenged only by the person who alleges that he was the winner at the election.
Good. Alleges. So you allege.
And he was John Mahama. Is he saying that he won? And he had Jeffrey in some
Papa say I just say they are just hiding under this way. Alpha, I don't know the tin say. in politics there, I thought that you may have to count sympathy.
Is Mahama saying say he won this election?
Oh yes, obviously.
And
We
then
won
he
the
can
election.
submit documentary evidence to
That
the
is
effect
what
that he won.
that is what we have put together. And you
Except for how many
Because
days you
some
go
of
to
class
go.
are bad.
Yeah, be clear.
21 days.
Yeah, be
21
clear.
days.
Yeah, be
Say,
Listen to Amaliba.
Bear 11, oh.
Listen to
Amaliba is saying.
Amaliba. Oh, lawyer Amaliba.
Oh, okay.
Listen to lawyer Amaliba. What they've gathered so far.
Ah, omu wie no manu mo kwan wie no.
Oh,
No, mobile ye they say, no more evidence.
If you said you won the election by 20, and I've seen discrepancy in 2 polling stations where I have over the 40, Minya 40, and I was sana. Already, I have some evidence.
If
So
that is
you
the
are
case,
saying-
then there's
That's
no
what I'm
point
trying
in
to
even
say.
searching again.
Already, no.
Per that
So
one,
you are
don't
saying
go and
that-
search again. And
NDC
What are you talking about?
Is satisfied with the provisions here, and you are going to present evidence to the effect to say John Mahama won and had been declared the loser.
Correct. That is what it is.
Umenye ni nyina ba.
Oh, you're being
Ese ka agro na ede.
Over, we say Domo call say Thanos out as a Henko intimidate presiding officer be.
Yanko
Omo ne Bebula ten.
Dabi omo ko
Yes, 30 man south. 30 man south.
We didn't intimidate it.
Oh, na there we are music go go papa you so. Me dey afi da kwan kwan na mesu na say, na dey yi say kwan no bede man. Hey, yi say kwan no bede man.
Ba kwasi obi ko intimidate wan.
When?
Wasi ade no nya ma.
Wo for who dey you Bebula ten mu kasa.
Hey, shit.
Security couple jina what you say. Enya sem go to who. Who so you say gentleman I need you to help. I'm say hey, omo ko intimidate na wura.
O ya ade ya.
You don't fear anything.
Unsuro hwe.
And I say, on so you relax.
Upper Denchira West. EC district officer was threatened with death.
But still,
And na ohodu ne horses. Ade chin ye.
You
What
declare.
declare?
They make any
Eti search my idea no. Go back to Poladomotre ene eju anochi. Obusa no no. Ekoba say MPP kura no.
They don't have
ni a parliamentary no.
Good.
Na district officer amra say
declare.
wanna declare the winning here. What declare swampa? No, ye bebusa will say
Copy one here.
figures be na declare we.
Who say, well,
MPP is able to say Martin James Akosa minu kumano were winning with just under 500 votes. MPP the omo ye and omo to become. Now what would declare you know ye bebusa na aka say where nya. What are you trying to impugn?
Over. And Yemina maybe ye is no spokesperson man. That is the one. I don't even have a problem with that. But they may make Kenya and argument time making it say. So even if even say NDC up to now, I feel no more such declarations. Sorry. I feel now more pay even the pink sheet of presiding officer and indigenous to make declarations.
It's only
Hold on. Munya all this evidence.
District officer no ebe rely on summary sheets at the collated figure no, not a pink sheet. The pink sheet is only generated. The pink sheet is only generated at the polling station.
Very well.
Very well. Near students of election.
Very well.
Na yeti no me biasi year. In this instance, media no kwati no me biasi year. Ebetimi aboa. Pink sheet
At the polling station level.
a summary of results and a
I
work
don't know
coalition
call
center.
EC regional where you
no,
declare
the coalition center before
But
you
the parliamentary no, a district office.
But the point is say all these evidences are not available to you.
Wakaza.
that seat hasn't been declared. So is it wrong for us to go and ask?
No, what I'm saying is at the end of the day, you should have waited for all this before you come out to say, yeah, we are more. But you don't make assumptions whilst you don't have the entire evidence available to you. That's my point.
Electoral Commissioner A declare presidential. Okay, say even if we add Echiman South 218,000, 128,000 the poor, it will not change the election. That stands to reason. That even if NDC adds it to it, no, but she also forgot that when you add that, it changes the denominator. What's
the chairperson of the commission at the declaration level now or in reference to the presidential.
Yes.
And the purpose of NDC for also called a Techman Safon in reference to parliamentary. Yeah, me and mix the two.
Okay.
Right. Final comments. I see.
About 20 years ago, the best NDC is if there is any misunderstanding, no Montiasia. I mean, they should use the law to address their grievances. But
Papa, Afarijan. I want to once here, Munko Court. and general credit source so say any idiot can go to after you call court no fan who these are
Hey, offer
Share.
the
court I said don't be kwa mo fa wadi now you na dakam ni ebusa wo nsembia
offer the democracy is expensive. Unfortunately, that is the only way we have to go. Other than that, it's a very sort to see a shit ties in Yadiana. MYA. But offer me the one and where once again, message say, Emilia Jacob, Yabuaba, Jumeura, Yamepa, Saturday, Gas National, Yantuman as the financial controller.
Okay, right. Titi, you final comment.
Yeah, dear, me, in Crofua or Mubu, during the elections, me feel say ye buye ni ekuso. That is the same thing happening while I was so even government and share and or more and bibia when we know very well or more to no or regular police and not regular military. What I must say. So I feel that Sadia no was say I buy a shim. And if anybody actually engineered and moved those vigilantes to those polling stations or collation centers now, they should deal with it because Ghana. Because in himself vigilantism, so if one party is using it to intimidate at collation centers and polling stations now, that stands to reason. Me so it's not in that ACC. Me so me kwa start organizing.
Quick one. Apart from the yes and sign statement of poll, otherwise the pink sheet, physical signage, at the declaration at the polling station, could it have been so say near mobile phones abeno? A bit me a video in your.
You see, I was asking this question that do people record the declaration at the polling stations? Because me who declaration be a yeah kind and if I know a repeat one figure twice and not jump by 10. 121,
and that's we have to be careful about
137, and the people were silent. They didn't notice there was a jump. What am I say?
Okay.
I was saying,
Ola Kwaku Michael. Wanuna odi ye besna kofie. Odi ya besna kofie pese ye hunu se. Tracy Boache. Odi how many votes? Ena ebeka ho.
When Tracy Boache.
Aye. Of also election also one renew. Mama we dey.
You beat Henry Lati.
Moyade.
I was so respecting.
What
it's a random.
Baby, check out maybe chance next time. May wish you all the best in subsequent election. I mean, you never know. Say the NDC team police surprise you. Next time, you never know.
You beat Henry.
Ministers, deputy ministers. You beat your
Yeah, the report, baby. Yeah, you investigated the whole report.
Right, you know my point. Ola,
better you better us. Ola,
political show.
Mami Musa,
Ola also a political show.
Ola, Tracy Boache, what the stand about? Mpacho, mami interview. Tracy Boache, what the stand about?
Mpacho, minim.
Hey, why you doing?
I don't know. Well, minim.
Tracy, that's why you're my.
Na Miss Brasso the send beka
minim offer
because what see timi hu say celebrities no obi a send no de beka ho
say over won't me hu because say Manso obi pemasem na bia me party obeso otuma na I will not be able to quantify how many people did that.
Dinafia na mukode na year ayawa so west okopɛ den
say one fia nka ho enye say omukɔ campaign omubonyom yenyi nyum free hwese ni ba beba.
Oh, aso Ola die be kofie na ode ye be kwa jojo guzineti neat 100.9 FM.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with